been calling it Call of Juarez, but
Yep.
this is obviously the next iteration. This is the game of E3, in fact. This doesn't come out until June 30th, right?
June 30th.
So this will be a game that a lot of people won't get a chance to play until we get to E3. Tell me all about it. I've seen the guys next door over here in the edit room playing it. It looks awesome.
Yep.
I mean, it looks like you guys.
Yeah, definitely. You know, one of the things that you'll notice right away once you're looking at the game is the graphics. I mean, the graphics have been much improved since the first Call of Juarez. So this game's actually a prequel to the first game. It takes place 20 years prior, in 1864. So the cool thing is that you actually get to start out battling in the Civil War. So Reverend Ray is back from the first game, and alongside him is his brother Thomas, his younger brother. So the difference between the two guys, Ray is kind of your better at close range. You know, he's great with the revolvers, while Thomas is kind of your nimble, quicker, long-distance shooter. So one of the best features of the game that we have is the dual collaborative gameplay, where you actually get to choose between the brothers before almost every mission. And as you'll kind of see playing throughout some of the game, going along, say you choose Ray, throughout the mission, for the most part, they'll kind of stay together, but at some points they kind of split up. So it kind of really enhances the replay value. You know, you can go back and then switch characters and play that same chapter in a completely different light.
That's super cool. Now, one of the things you had mentioned, the Civil War stuff, one of the things I had seen was, it was kind of I think, you know, the thing I compare it to is like in the Soviet missions of Call of Duty, I think it was 2, where you're kind of there and he had 2 pistols in his hands.
Yep.
And basically there was just an onslaught of guys coming toward him, and he had a guy with him that was yelling, he's like, take them all down! So, and he was popping it with his 2 pistols. A little jailbreak here?
Yeah, little jailbreak using the horse, just like they did in the old days, of course. Yeah, as you were mentioning, you know, another one of the coolest features, which we're about to see here, is the concentration mode. This is the the co-op concentration mode. You got both brothers, you know, Ray knocking down the door, and just like you said, kind of shooting down all the random guys that come at you.
Now, as we're seeing the single-player action here, what multiplayer options are there, if any?
Yeah, so the multiplayer's back. It's back. It's bigger, better than ever, but can't quite release those details yet. Yeah, we're going to be releasing those details in a couple of weeks.
So not to press you on or anything, but you know, this seems like a natural fit for something like an online co-op mode. Is that crazy talk, or?
Yeah, it certainly seems like a natural fit through the game. You know, in terms of the single player, first of all, you know, there's no traditional co-op, unfortunately, but there is that ability that I told you, the dual collaborative gameplay. You know, being able to choose each brother and having the other one, you know, running alongside with you throughout. Yep.
Wow.
But in terms of the online, yeah, check back a couple of weeks.
Okay.
We'll be talking about that.
Now, obviously, you got a couple months before it comes out. How far along is what the folks at home are seeing right now?
Yeah. So what you're seeing, you know, we still have a solid 2 months, you know, to really kind of fine tune it. But what you're seeing, you know, is pretty far along. It's very advanced, and you know, we're confident over these next 2 months that, you know, we're really going to be able to make it perfect.
For the fans of the previous game, what if you know, we are talking about the collaborative action that you were showing us there. What else is they gonna find new in this?
New from the first one? Well, yeah, you're gonna see different characters. Just being a prequel, you know, just having that Civil War element really brings something new to the game. New weapons. You know, you've got Gatling guns. And you know, we feel like the story is very super immersive. You know, I hope most people have checked out our story or redemption trailer that was just posted last week. You know, it really kind of sets up the brothers as outlaws by circumstance. You know, we know from the first game that, you know, Ray is your badass character. But in this one, you know, in terms of the story, we really wanted to show and build some compassion for the guys. You know, they leave their Civil War regimen to try to save their family farm, only to find it destroyed. They ride out west to try to rebuild it by finding the gold of Juarez. And some crazy things kind of happen along the way, kind of, you know, as I said, make them outlaws by circumstance. But, you know, the game, the game's going to be great.
Now, for the gameplay elements, you guys had a pretty good mix in the first one all by itself. I could see when he was doing the focus action, he was like kind of wrangling on the analog stick. What was wrong with that?
Yeah, so that's one of the cool features is that the concentration mode, depending on which character you play, they both have a different concentration mode. Ray's is more kind of the concentration mode. Once it sets in, you're kind of painting the targets. Whereas Thomas, it automatically aims for you, and using the right analog stick, you pull down and push up. So as we were showing in the demo, you could see him. You can almost kind of do like a quick shooting movement, just like they did in the old days.
Oh, like you're basically feathering the hammer on the six shooter. That's
exactly.
Awesome. Now this does not look like it's for the faint of heart. This is definitely a mature rated game, correct?
Yes, definitely. Very mature, very dark storyline.
So we've got it coming out June 30th for the Xbox.
Yeah, it's June 30th, and the difference with this one, the last game was Xbox and PC. This time it'll also be available on the PS3.
That's fantastic. Now, anything else you want to tell the fans that are looking forward to this one?
Simply that it's bigger, it's better, it's back. In this game, I think everybody's favorite from the last game was Reverend Ray, and in this game, you're really going to be able to play him and kind of you'll discover a little bit on how he kind of finds the Bible. I'll give you that little tidbit.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Don Wang, for coming by and showing us Call of Juarez. Is there going to be a demo that folks are going to be able to look for before June 30th, I think?
We'll be announcing that soon, shortly, too.
Excellent.
All right,
Thank you so much
for
coming by. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.